Hello, each and every one of yous. I am Susan Stone, better known as the Dance Alive Dancer. But today, I'm not coming to you as the Dance Alive Dancer or any of these titles. I'm coming to you just plain old me. And I'm calling today, and we might make a thing out of this, I don't know. I'm calling this today the Holidays of the Past with Susan. And it was suggested actually by a friend of mine called Garna, who suggested this. I didn't think of it until now. I mean, I have shared stuff before, but with this, I was going to talk a little bit about my past, And I'm talking about when I was 20 years old. Not this Christmas past, but, that's what we're studying that right now, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. It was suggested that I put Christmas stuff up, but hey, this was just suggested today, so I thought, hey, I'll try it out. I do have Santa right here, and that was a part of our decorations back when I was like 12 years old. Santa right here. So speaking of back when I was younger and 12 and all that, now, I remember those days, and just like it was yesterday. Mom and Dad, in fact, I'm sharing some videos with you. And I'm going to put them in the middle of this talk as we're talking. Part of this was me and Dad, Mom playing games called Aggravation. And I remember playing cards with my mom, Rummy. And we're sitting right at that table. And me and Mom and Dad and Butch, Gabriel Cocarola, used to play the games. With cards all the time, and come over at Christmas, we'd exchange presents and all that stuff. And I still remember that. I remember going to school, and I remember getting that week off for Christmas. And I remember waking up, the magic of it back then, waking up Christmas morning, believing in Santa Claus, and waking up Christmas morning, and all those presents being under the tree. Excitement of opening all those up, you know what I mean? And I remember that, and I remember giving Mom and Dad a whole bunch of presents and stuff, and it made me feel so good to watch them open all that stuff up, because I always bought them all kinds of stuff, and it was just like a refreshing memory, you know what I mean? And then we got up, and we sit there, and we'd sit at this table and eat the turkey, and Mom cooked this. Well, it wasn't this stove, but this is what the stove was right here. It was a green stove. I got pictures of it someplace, but cooking the turkey in this stove, and it was feeling through the wall. It was real hot on the other side of the wall. Smelling that smell of that food, Thanksgiving and Christmas morning and all that stuff. It was like magic. I didn't even know how good that was, I remember opening those presents, and getting all that stuff. I even remember when I got toys, and I wanted to go into TV repair. I remember my dad buying me the TV books, and it was something, It was like magic. And I still remember, I even remember the one time when my dad bought me a dollhouse. Yeah, he did. That was before my change. My changeover to Susan was 13 years ago. Now I'm talking about time before that, not the Dance to Life dancer, not anybody except the person I used to be a long time ago. Now I'm talking about when I woke up as a child, as a 14-year-old, as a 20-year-old. That's what I'm talking about. And we'd run up and down, in the yard out there, you know what I mean? And he'd help me fix cars, and I remember we used to cut the grass out there, during the summertime. And I pushed the lawnmower up and down, and I remember Dad walking up and down with me and all that stuff, But man, I still remember. I remember that night before Christmas, we always opened one present, One present. The night before Christmas all the time. And I'd give them one present, they'd give me one present. I remember going to sleep. I remember not being able to sleep the Christmas evening, you know what I mean? Because I was so excited believing in Santa Claus. I even thought I heard him on the roof one time, and I heard a skid. Like, oh, that's Santa's sleigh. He's coming down the chimney. I got to get to sleep, That was when I was like, I don't remember my age, but that was like magic time, I remember Mom sitting right at that TV, right in that chair over there. Well, it wasn't that chair, but it was one like it. And watching Frosty the Snowman. I remember that. I remember Mom singing me songs at nighttime, when I was, younger. And, I remember all of that stuff. I remember Mom, when I was sick, taking care of me and stuff like that. Yes, Mom was overbearing, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about only the good stuff. I remember, I remember playing cards right at this table and how much fun we used to have all the time. Then I'd go downtown someplace and run around and, go to different places. Then I'd come back home. And even before that, when I went to school, I was picked on a lot at school, because, hey, I was different, I was always different. But I have some pictures here that I want to share with you. It's from the time I was going to school. I don't know if they've ever been shown before because I kind of don't like to show this side of me, but this is before the transformation. I thought I might share them with you today. Because, hey, I don't know if they're out there or not. And if they aren't, well, who knows? They're probably out there somewhere. But I'm going to get them and I'm going to show them to you because this is the way I know how to show them. This was when I went to school. Right here. I don't know if you can see that. You see that. This was when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old right there. That was when I went to school right there. This next one was when I was in, I think, the 6th grade. Wow, what a difference, huh? Plain Jane right there. 6th grade right there. That was me in the 6th grade before my transformation. And this one, I think it's the worst one out of all of them. But here it is. I'm not proud of that picture. I looked, I don't know. I don't like it. But anyway, that was when I was like, I don't know, 14, something like that. And I thought I'd share those with you today because that was part of my school days right there. I was sad then. Wasn't happy. Because I wasn't myself. I was pretending to be somebody I wasn't. But we're not going there today. We're just going to the pleasant memories today. So, I remember so much the anticipation, what do I get for Christmas? Oh, what did I get for Christmas? I remember Mom's favorite song and her favorite Christmas program, Frosty the Snowman. You know what? It was suggested by Garna that I have Christmas music, but I don't have any Christmas music here with me right now, and I don't think you want to hear me sing anything. I mean, I could sing a line or two of my mom's favorite song, but I'm no singer. But here it is anyway. Frosty the Snowman was a happy, jolly soul. I'm not a singer because I don't know the words. So, you know what I mean? This is just getting to know me stuff here.
Look at him run, Liz. Liz, see that dog run. He knows you're gonna let him out.
Still. Get still. I know you gotta go. I know. I'll try you out first. Maybe one of these days we'll get a real rope.
Yeah, we sure would.
Maybe for Christmas first.
Dad's birth control pill.
He's your birth control. Running out of here.
It's got a line in the middle of it.
I'll go back in there.
Look at him run, Liz. Missed it, didn't you, Dad? Hello there.
We're sending some medical
That's something
supplies
else
to
that
the
damn
destroyer.
horse.
She's coming alongside to pick up Tony and
Why
Kelly.
I didn't break my neck? I also rebuilt my porch today.
Captain's having them transferred there.
The top of it.
Helicopter scout. You'll know why.
Took pictures from the top of my trailer. That's my cakes right there. That's the game right there. That's my mother right there. Right here. I want to make sure everything's good. Here's the wax figure.
You gotta do that while I do something.
Give her a laugh. Here's the Christmas tree. Look. You put that up.
Oh, I'm not gonna be putting that
There's all kind of lights in here.
Lights in the door. See what you got in.
Well, we found the lights and everything, Dave.
Oh, snowman.
Yeah. This here is, that's a snowman my mom's holding right there. I got a cold right now, so I'll put this here. That's lights. Santa Claus, Christmas Eve.
Put it out tonight.
I should have put that up the window.
No, no, you ain't gonna put where I can see it.
That's
You
you know that? Can't hold on to a damn thing.
I can't find that.
This is my mom putting up a Christmas
There it
thing.
is.
There it is. It's 2 o'clock. Nope. Right here again. I don't know. Seems to me like something wrong here.
You got it backwards.
Huh? I got it backwards.
Oh man, look at this. There's all kinds of reason here, David. Damn it. I wanted to do that. There. That's a pretty one. No, we got any more string? That's the star, dude. Yeah.
You think you can take all that out?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna take care of that stuff.
Let me put right here. That's the little woman neck back there. That finds some good stuff back there.
I'll put the stuff outside. The insulation goes outside the wall right there.
Christmas, you know, Christmas off. Okay?
Yeah.
Come sit.
Mom pulling the Christmas tree across the yard.
I know, but I'm
Across the
too
house.
sick too, Bob. I can't get out there.
Too much work. That's got to be thrown away. That. All this stuff hangs up down here. For right now, we'll just put it right there. Oh, God.
But here.
Fishes are gone.
This is the Christmas stuff being put
Everything
up.
okay?
1991.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about the quality of the video here.
And I have to change because I'm just looking right now. Put Christmas card here. This Christmas card will go up there later. I'm just getting it off. Oh, another one?
Me, Mom, and Dad putting up Christmas stuff in 1991.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up and be up on Sunday and climb up there.
Sorry about the quality of the video.
Yeah, well, I'm sick right now, mother.
Well, I just give up for tomorrow when you're well.
Christmas stuff right there.
Flip off the legs. Ha! My babies.
Back in 1991. Never before seen video of me before my transition from one person to another. Rare video of me the way I used to be 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Right there. You're never going to see this again anyplace else. This is the way I used to be 15 years ago. Back in 1991. Actually, that's 20-something years ago, ain't it? That's 25 years ago. This is rare footage of me putting up the Christmas tree 25 years ago. This was before my gender change, believe it or not. Sorry about the quality of the video, it's very poor, but this is me putting up the Christmas tree, December 16th, 1991. Rare footage you're never going to see again, any place. Again, this is rare footage, me putting up the Christmas tree, December the 16th, 1991. I long for these days again, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Rare footage you're seeing right there. Very rare, you're never going to see again. Stuff here. No dance of life. No, I'm not coming to you as a dance of life. I'm not coming to you as anything except plain old, everyday, my past life Susan, you know? Or the other person I was. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's another song? I don't do much good with singing. But, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. That's all the words I know. Not too good, right? So-so, who cares? But anyway, I remember Mom and Dad and us doing that, and, around we had a stereo sitting over there, and we played the records and stuff for the Christmas stuff, and I remember my Mom and Dad liking people like, who was it? Bing Crosby, Glenn Miller, Bob Hope, people like that. I'm unfamiliar with them, but I remember them liking them, you know what I mean? Again, this is just having just a little talk with Susan, What was my past like? Hey, I was a disturbed child. You know what I mean? But we're talking about the good times now, so we're not going to bring that in. I was a misunderstood child. I'm different, But, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the good memories now, I remember Mom being at this very sink right here, and Mom making my favorite meal. You know what my favorite food always was and still is today? Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes. That's what I used to love. I used to look forward to that all the time. That and hamburgers. And you want to know something? I still like the mashed potatoes. I might make some for myself tonight. I remember her making it right on this here stove right here, and fixing them, and then I'd come back and I'd sit down there right here, and get my plate out and all that stuff, just like this one right here. Get my plate out, and we'd sit there and tell each other about our days and all that stuff, and we'd try to figure one another out, I guess, and I still remember, my school days. I remember Mom making my lunch, and I don't even remember what she made for me for lunch now. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, soup, stuff like that. But most of the time I'd like to come home for lunch. I remember coming home for lunch when I was going to school. What was it? 12 years old maybe, 13. Yeah, 12 years old. Coming in this very door, because we still lived here then. Sitting down at that TV, turning on, and I remember my meal. It was soup. I always ate 2 cans of chicken noodle soup with tea. Sometimes soda. Turn on Monty Hall, Let's Make a Deal. I'd sit there and watch it, then ride my bicycle back to school. Oh, I remember riding that bicycle. I had a bicycle back then. And ride my bicycle back to school, and I miss that, I really miss that. This is getting to know me, back in the past, I remember so much, I remember, me and Dad, when we went to get my car repainted, and he had his big old station wagon, the kind they used to have, sort of like on, what's the name of it? I forgot the name of that program that got, that funny program, the Griswolds, sort of like that station wagon. Went up to Mako, got my car painted, got it painted all flashy red and stuff, and I thought that was the best thing in the world then, And that was my later years. That was after 20, 21 years old, stuff like, sort of like down, around that time, But I was always a misunderstood child, and I'm still misunderstood to this day. I'm different, Back then, well, we're not going to talk about the bad stuff. We're staying on the good stuff today. So just sitting here talking with me because I just want to share some of this stuff with you, And I remember being in my room. That's the room I'm in right there. I'm still in the same room, actually. And I remember I had a TV in there. Used to watch Lost in Space, Still like that show today. Back then, I remember this particular day. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning that was on. And I was never a morning child. I was never a morning person. I still am not. And I had the TV on there, and Mom and Dad was in here in the kitchen, making, food and stuff. And sitting there watching Lost in Space, and I fell asleep. I missed half of it, that we didn't have VCRs in those days, Didn't have any way to record anything back then, like now. I remember getting my first video camera, my camcorder, which I got that in 1991. And some of the videos you're going to be seeing on this is from that time. Actually taken from the camcorder, taken off the viewing screen. So that's the reason the video quality is so poor. So you get to see what it was really like. That's me, including that time when I was putting up the Christmas tree, which I put it up right there, and that was before my transformation. That's a rare video you're not going to see again. You know what I mean? And that was before that. I put the Christmas tree all the time. I put lights up around all around the house, you know. I put the Santa Claus thing outside, and I put them all on a different timer, you know. And I used to put the, you know, the big snowman out in the yard, and I had all that stuff all moving all over the place and all kinds of stuff. I used to do that for my mom because I know that she liked it, you know. And hey, I liked it too. I liked doing it, you know. Until after my dad died, and some of that stuff went away after that. But I mean, I still did it, you know. I still put stuff up, but not as much. But you know, I just first talking. I don't know. Tell me how you like this. You know, just talking with Susan as me. No dance to life, no nothing, no special, nothing. Just hey, this is plain talk. You know. That's what I want. Getting to know me kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I want you to get to know what I'm like. You know. I care about people. I care about people so much that I would give my own life in order to help somebody. I'm like that. That's the side I want you to get to know. Just the everyday me, you know, what I'm like every day. You know, when I'm not, you know, upset and stuff, you know. But I remember, you know, the clothes my mom used to get for me. Oh, I hated them. You know, I hated those clothes that my mom used to get for me. But I wasn't out then either. She didn't know anything. Well, you know, she didn't know about the Susan part, but we're not getting into that because this is just happy times right now today, if you know what I mean. Didn't have the computer then and none of that stuff, you know. All I had that little camera, you know, camcorder. And, oh, what was my favorite shows? I liked Love Lucy, The Three Stooges. That was a good one. In fact, me and my mom used to watch that all the time. You know what my mom's favorite show was? She liked a show called The Honeymooners. Ralph Crandon and Alice and, you know, Norton. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it was a show from back to 50s and 60s. Mom always loved that, so I recorded it for me. Used to watch it every night. Every night, you know what I mean? So, and the programs I used to watch Leave It to Beaver. You know, that was another program we used to watch. During the Christmas time, we used to watch all the Grinch Stole Christmas and the Christmas Tree and all those programs, and it used to be so exciting, you know. The whole month of December used to be a real exciting time. Oh, the magic of Santa Claus. I remember waking up that day, you know what I mean, that morning, and running to that Christmas tree and seeing all those presents that I thought Santa brought me, you know what I mean? That was such a magic time to me. You know, such a beautiful time to me that I wish I could bottle, you know? Because it was nothing stressful, nothing like now. But we're not going to get into that today. And like I said, this was a suggestion from Garna, a friend of mine. I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll give this a try. Maybe we'll make this a weekly session. I don't know. You tell me what you like. You like it, you tell me. If you don't like it, you tell me. This is, you know, I'm not coming to you as a dancer lap. I'm just coming to you as a regular person here now. Get to know me, you know. What kind of music did I like? I always liked rock, you know, 70s stuff, you know. I like Dancing Queen, and I always did like that, you know. And Manfred Mann, and You Angel You, and I like comedies a lot. You know, I used to watch the Brady Bunch. You ever see that program? It used to be on you know, when it used to be? It used to be on at 4 o'clock on every afternoon on Nickelodeon. And used to watch the Brady Bunch. I always loved that show, you know. And oh, what was that other one? I forgot the other one. You know, I could take you back even further than that. I used to like a program, you know, when I was little, you know, Sesame Street. Oh, I remember watching. I remember that, you know. Big Bird and all that. I remember that just like it was, hey, like it was yesterday, you know. Just like yesterday. Good old yesterday. Yes. I still picture all that stuff. You know, I picture, you know, the magic of, you know, being together, you know. Mom and Dad sitting there and just having a talk about whatever, you know. and me having that, talk with mom and just talking and watching TV and, all about silly stuff, just regular stuff, not anything special, just regular times. I remember painting this outside of this trailer, in the later years, I forget what age I was then. And I remember rushing through it and all that, and, repainted it blue, It's pink now, but then it was blue, And I sure remember all of that, Stuff that was lost when Mom went in the nursing home. But we're not talking about that stuff today. We're talking about the good stuff, I remember when I was, worried about stuff, and they'd always reassure me and stuff, And I remember my first car. Oh, yes. I don't even know if I got a picture of it somewhere around here. That was back when I was 21 years old. I remember it. 21 years old. It was a silver Charger before it was painted. I should have left it silver. You know that? Well, I got a silver van out there now, but not the same thing. There's nothing like your first car. I remember going down the street and at the first day when I was 21 years old, it was like, it's magic. It's like freedom. It's like, you know what I mean? And my dad bought me that car. I even remember what it was. It was $600. And you want to know something funny? This town where I'm at right now is where I got that car. It was right down the street here. I still remember it. I've been down that street several times, a lot of times since then. It used to be four mailboxes in a row like this. At least like 5 mailboxes in a row like this. Yeah, I remember that. And I've always been a, afternoon person though. Never did very well in the mornings, Never did very well at all in the mornings, But I still remember getting up, and my mom would be there, here, and she'd have the food on the table. A lot of the times I liked Salisbury and mashed potatoes and green beans and stuff, and she'd have it there, and I'd come back, I used to go to the drive-in, and oh, that was exciting, she'd always have the food there for me, and, it was a relaxing time. It was a time before the trouble, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is Garner's idea that I'm going to try it out, see what you like it, I mean, if you like it, I'll make it more, But it's not going to be about the dance of life, it's going to be about my past. Now, I got plenty of stuff, I remember the first time, when I first put on a dance outfit. Oh, that was an exciting time. You see, I was always Susan, Always been Susan. This it wasn't out until 13 years ago. But I remember when I was 13 years old, first dance outfit. I actually still have it. And I remember being in here, before my mom and dad I used to stay by myself and they used to go someplace and I'd dress up as a dancer, you know what I mean? And I'd put on the Manfred Mann and ABBA, and I wore that dance up as a pink outfit, pink tutu. And I'd, dance. I didn't know how to dance then, but I thought it was dance, And I didn't have any video of it. I wish I did have some, I really do. Because that was the start of me being the dancer I am today. But we're not going into that now. I remember, time, when I was doing that, you know what I mean, and Mom and Dad come home. See, I was, not on my own then. I lived with my Mom and Dad then. That was when I was 13, 14. Remember Mom and Dad coming home and like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? I didn't want them to know about my little secret, Susan, But all of those memories, hey, they're with me, I remember all that stuff. It was the better days, I call it, Hey, I got lots of stuff I can tell you. A whole bunch of stuff, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to stick with the good stuff right now because that's what this is supposed to be about, I remember Christmas after Christmas after Christmas, watching Mom open the presents, I remember the year I bought her the first cordless telephone. Oh, she thought that was a magical thing. She thought that was something. Now it would be nothing. Nowadays we all have cell phones, but You know, back then it was cordless phones, you know. I remember my mom and dad having a rotary dial phone. Oh, that's a thing you haven't seen in a long time, isn't it? We had one, though. It was right up there on that wall, too. That was the time I longed for to come back. You know that? Because it was a simpler time. Anyway, I remember the Christmas, you know what I mean? I even remember our old phone number, if you really want to know that. I do. I remember it as hard as I can see her today. You know, we used to live in the Millstadt. But, yes, I remember all of that. And, this is where we used to live, right in here in this house. It's different now. It's been redone, but this is just, you know, chatting with Susan. You might want to call it that. I don't know. Have the holidays, you know, bring some stuff. It was suggested I decorate the things for the holidays, but I haven't got any. I do have them, but I'm not going to. Anyway. But, you know, in honor of the holidays and all the stuff, I'll do your song. I only know one. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I'm sorry, that's all the words I know. You tell me if you like it or not. I'm no singer, honey. You know that? I'm no singer. But, you know, I'm going to play some of these videos in with this, you know. I don't know, in between it or at the end of it or somewhere that I think they'd be good. Probably in the middle of it. And I hope you enjoy this, you know. Because it was suggested to me to just sit here and don't talk about dance, don't talk about the way things used to be. The happy times, you know. Believe it or not, they used to have happy times, you know. Before all of this stuff now. But yes, you know, I remember Christmas after Christmas. I remember us putting the lights up out there and seeing if they would light and fixing the lights and the Christmas tree sitting right there. Putting it up. Yeah, that was like a 4-hour deal. And it was something else. I remember that as if it was yesterday. You know, me and Mom and Dad, it was a special day. We had a special day for that. Putting up the Christmas tree, putting up the lights outside, you know. Turning them on that first time, you know. Watching all that light up and light the night up. That was something to see, you know. And it was really, it was a really exciting time. I felt a lot better back then. So, anyway, I'm going to close this pretty soon here. Because I'm just talking to you, you know, about whatever, you know. And I thought I'd share it with you. Not sharing it as the dancer, just plain old ordinary me, you know. Getting to know me. As I said, that was Garner's idea. I thought, you know, well, I'll try it, you know. So I got a lot of stuff I could talk about, but I'm going to make these a 30-minute session today. So I can edit that and put it on there. And I hope you enjoy this, you know. Because maybe I should start one of these for every holiday, you know, instead of just a couple of them. I don't know. I'll see how you respond to this. See if I put more on. Maybe I'll do one for each holiday, you know, instead. I don't know. I could do that, I guess. Something different for each one. I don't know. But anyway, I'll leave you with this. And I wish you a good day. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing all the way. When kids bobtail ring. Singing all the way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And you want to know something? I thank you for joining me. And thank you, Garna, for suggesting this. We'll give it a try. Maybe I'll make more. I got lots of videos of Mom and Dad and all this stuff and me and pictures and stuff that I could share about my past. With getting to know what I really like. Thank you for joining me. And watch again. Maybe I'll have another session like this. Just sitting here talking with me about anything. Have a good day. See you later.